EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martins here with your outlook for the weekend, January 6th and 7th, 2024. The weekend video forecast is proudly sponsored by LH Zimmerman Lawn and Garden in Ephrata, Pennsylvania. They are a small family business that supplies snow and ice control equipment to Pennsylvania and surrounding states. They carry a large supply of Salt Dog slide-in and receiver hitch spreaders, Fisher snowplows, Ariens snow blowers, and Ariens Mammoth sidewalk equipment. And along with the new equipment, they also carry an on-hand supply of parts for Salt Dog, Ariens, and Fisher. The benefit of purchasing from a small family business is that they offer and provide after-hours service for their equipment if you break down in a snowstorm. And guess what? We have a snowstorm coming today. Stop in at their location at 730 Glenwood Drive in Ephrata, Pennsylvania, or give them a call at the phone number above me here in the video, 717-733-4193. They will be happy to assist you or answer any of your questions. They are LH Zimmerman Lawn and Garden in Ephrata, Pennsylvania, proud sponsors of the weekend video forecast and the title sponsor of the Weather Weekly's video every Sunday throughout the winter months. Now, I say every Sunday because last Sunday I had to skip it because I had a really sick go at it, but I will not, hopefully, knock on wood, I will not have any sickness problems this Sunday. I do plan on having it this Sunday just on normal schedule. So we have a big winter storm coming at us today, and it is going to be big for the interior areas in the southeast. Southeastern areas are going to be like, what winter storm? Because it's going to be primarily rain southeast of I-95. But that's pretty much been the expectation all week. So this isn't something that you should have expected different, at least if you're watching me. I know some people got their hopes up, but you know, for watching something somewhere else. But this is not that kind of system for area southeast, and that's because these for a couple of reasons. One, the water is very warm here along the coast, and it's 45 to 49 degree range, maybe basically upper 40s is the water temperature right off the coast, and you're going to get this with this low pressure in this position here, and not a super. There is a high pressure up here, but it's not far enough south for one, and two, it's not especially strong. You want to see this be about 1,030 millibars, not 1,024 or 26. You want this to be the stronger the better, basically. So it's kind of a weak high pressure. There is high pressure up here, but it is rather weak sitting up there. And because the low pressure has a counterclockwise flow around it, you have a fetch off the ocean like this, and it brings warmer air off the ocean and gets it into the 850 millibar level, which is about 5,000 feet above ground level. And that will give you a little warm air wedge aloft and turn things over to rain here in our southeastern areas closest to the shore point. So that's why you're dealing with that. Interior, though, you're going to have a significant snowstorm, especially far interior once you get up at the Blue Ridge, Poconos, north central Pennsylvania, much of central Pennsylvania, actually. And then you're going to have some mixing issues in between I-78 and I-76, which is the Pennsylvania Turnpike. So in between those two, I-78 and I-76, you'll have some mixing issues. But I don't know that it gets all the way up to the Lehigh Valley, and if it does, I think it's going to be briefly. The trends here this evening have been to keep the Lehigh Valley mostly snow, actually. So we'll see. We'll see. It's going to be awfully close. So this will move away, and then there's going to be an inverted trough that's going to set up with this. So the other day, it looked like it was going to be a cold conveyor belt. Instead, this is an inverted trough, which looks like this. It's right here. There's the inverted trough that's attached to this low pressure. And it's mainly staying over New York State here on the European model. This is the latest run of the European model, and it has that inverted trough off to the north. Now, if you switch this over to the NAM at the same exact time frame, it's further south. And this is Sunday morning, and it has snow, kind of wraparound snow with this inverted trough coming into north central, northeast PA, even down to like the Lehigh Valley in northern New Jersey. Okay, and I'll show you that in here in a second. So that is a wild card still there. If the NAM is right, is more of a mesoscale feature anyway, so the NAM might be onto something. We'll see. Here is that NAM, and as we did NAM high-res future simulated radar, and this is a precipitation type radar, so I'm going to take you through the timeline here. This is looking at late morning, 11 a.m., starting to come into south central PA at this point and moving northeastward. And there is 1 p.m., and all of the southern half of our region is now in snow, except for southeast of I-95, except you might start off briefly here, as we indicated in our map, by the Philadelphia area near I-95, and northern Delaware. You might start off briefly as some snow for a very short time before that goes over to rain. And then you'll see this rain-snow line creep northward, as in the interior you get a solid batch of snow where it's coming down over an inch an hour at times. So it's going to be come down pretty good where it is snowing. This is looking at 5 p.m. When we move this forward, you see the rain-snow line creeping up into southeastern Pennsylvania and central New Jersey. So there will be a cutoff to whatever you have in the in snow starting off. And again, you have that fetch coming off the ocean, so this is warmer air coming in the mid-levels, changing this over. So the farther interior, though, I don't really think you're dealing with rain, but this might be more like sleet mixing in here. Not freezing rain, but sleet mixing in, because there's a little bit of a warm wedge there. But the rain-snow line should stay off, mainly off to the south here, according to NAM, 3 kilometer, and not really make it too far to the north. And actually, eventually, it gets up to the Lehigh Valley, but I mean, that's after the precipitation is ending. So we'll see. It's a little very aggressive with their totals, and a lot more aggressive than our snow map is, but we stayed realistic. I'm just giving you an idea for timing purposes of what we're dealing with. And then this just before midnight or around midnight, you're going to have this end. Just a few leftover snow showers after midnight. And then it has this inverted trough here for Sunday that brings more snow showers wrapping around. You can see that here going into Sunday morning. So that's a wild card possibility. Not a lot of snow with that. Snow showers, not really heavier snow, but you could have some additional very minor accumulation Sunday morning. And then some lingering flurries here in the afternoon on Sunday afternoon. So that's our system. Here is our snow map for that. That's what it looks like, okay? Not much different from the previous one. There is some changes to the ranges and a little bit of a change up here where we extended this a little bit further to the west and central PA. So this area G is a 9 to 12 area, okay? 9 to 12 inches with the 12 favoring the highest elevations. Most of them are going to be like 9, 10 in here. Nothing really close to a foot until you get into the very high elevations. These areas here in F, in the medium blue, are looking at 6 to 9 inches with isolated amounts to 10 in a few spots. That's possible, but most of you will be in that 6 to 9 range. Same thing here in E, 4 to 6 for most of that area. Some areas could get up to 7. And then 2 to 4, isolated 5 in the pink, the light pink. The dark pink here, or mauve, or whatever color you want to call that, area C, is a 1 to 2, and we're coating to an inch near the Philadelphia corridor before you start off briefly with that to change over, and then we're rain southeast of there. So that's what we're dealing with this storm. I'm very confident in this map. I think it's going to work out pretty well. It's not going to be 100% exact. No snow map ever is, but it's going to be it gives you the general idea, and we think it's pretty good. So this is our final product. We're not putting anything else out on Saturday. This is it. We already sent all the text alerts out for this storm. We're just going to kind of ride it. And again, this is coming in kind of early on Saturday. This is looking at early afternoon, around noon, and early afternoon it comes in. So it's not going to take long. Like a 12 to 3 window. It'll be overspreading the area, so it's not going to take long at all. Okay, so let's get beyond this. I want to talk about the next potential. All right, and this is going to be a rain system. But it's going to be quite the rain system. Here's Monday, high pressure and control in the wake of that system that we're going to have this weekend. And then once we move into Tuesday, we have this system coming at us. It did look like there might be briefly just a few flakes at the onset, and that's it in our far northern areas. But I'm not really excited about any frozen precipitation in the onset with this one. It looks like it's going to be just showers during the day on Thursday, and then that evolves into steady periods of rain in the evening and overnight. There could be a decent amount of rain with this too. And you can see the isobars here, these lines of equal pressure, which are very close together. See these lines right here? They're very close together. So that means we're going to be windy, okay? So this is a chance to be a high-impact system. As a standalone system, if nothing happened, if this was like after November where we didn't have any rain in forever, and then we got the system, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. I mean, the wind would be kind of suck. But we'd be looking at, 1 to 2 inches of rain, and when people would be jumping up and down saying, yes, we needed this. Well, now you're on the heels of 3 major systems in December. The most recent one was the 27th into the 28th of December. That wasn't that long ago. Then you're going to have this weekend system with snow. Areas that are going to get snow. You're going to compound the heavy rainfall with melting snow in an already saturated ground. And then you're going to throw some wind in this issue as well. That's going to compound things with power outages. So this is going to has the potential to be a high-impact system with a north-south flow here, a meridional flow, as you can see here. It's kind of like this, and it's going to just enhance the rainfall a little bit. And this is obviously a much bigger system than the one we're dealing with over the weekend. So it has potential to produce a lot of rain. Again, it could be in the 1 to 2 inch range for rainfall. We don't need it, but we can't do anything about it. We can't deflect it, right? You can hope maybe these numbers go down a little bit as we get a bit closer, and we'll do that early next week when we come back for the next video. And then these are the wind gusts that are shown here again. They got a lot of 30 to 40s in there, so and a little higher at the shore point. So we really don't need this, okay? We can deal without it, but it is what it is. We have to deal with it and hope for the best, and hopefully this trends down too with both the wind and the rain. In the wake of this system, on Wednesday, We have just early showers left over, and then that moves away. System moves away. It turns a little cooler again at the end of next week, going into. I have to change this over here because it's going to a different image. Okay, there we go. Thursday and Friday look like they're going to be dry days, but we are going to be increasing clouds ahead of this next system. This is going to be another system like the previous one with a lot of moisture with it, and this could have more of a wintry component possibly. We'll watch because I don't want to just assume this is going to be a rain system. And in my long-range outlook I did yesterday, I did not assume it was a rain system. I said rain or snow. The one behind this actually might be more snow. That's our winter storm signal. That's not this. That's the one after that. But this could turn a little bit wintry too. So we're going to keep an eye on that, which will be toward the end of next week. One thing at a time, right? I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Marchers. That is your outlook for January 6th and 7th, 2024. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you again Sunday for Weather Weeklies.